So, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back to World of Tanks. I know that I already released one video for you today. I thought, okay, this video should be good for Friday, so I went out to enjoy dinner with my family, and when I got back home, I thought, what should I do now? And then I saw patch 9.17.1 public test just went live. Fuck yeah, I have to test it out, and here I am. And as always, whenever there is something new or awesome happening, I got you guys, I got you covered. So here I am, and in this episode I'm going to take my first look at Panzer Kpfw VII or Panzer VII. I believe I'm going to call this tank Panzer VII because all those other letters after that, I really do not understand what those letters means, but Panzer VII is good enough for me, and I believe for you as well. So let's take a look at our newest tier 10 heavy tank in this game from Germany, Panzer VII, that looks exactly, almost exactly like VK7201K with different gun. And now when this tank is in the game, VK4502A and VK4502B makes more sense. This entire tank tech tree or line makes more sense. So this tank gets 120mm boomstick with really good penetration actually for this kind of heavy tank. I decided to compare Panzer VII to E100, Maus, Type 5 Heavy and VK7201K. I didn't want to compare those tanks or this tank to let's say T110E5 or 113 because the playstyle is so much different from those tanks. Playstyle, Panzer VII playstyle is more like E100, Maus, Type 5 and all that, so I decided to do that. And let's quickly take a look at stats, and after that I have one pretty nice gameplay for you as well, where I decided to test out armor, spotting and all that. And actually guys, for the start I have to say this tank is going to be one super tough tank to kill on live server. Even on test server people had trouble penetrating me with premium shots. So far I have received so many countless amount of premium shots because we are playing on test server after all, and people for some reason they like to test out artillery and they like to test out premium shots. I do not know why that is, but well, this is test server for you. And this is pretty much the best place where you can test out super heavily armored tank like Panzer VII. So, quickly, let's take a look at firepower. Average penetration 258 compared to all the tanks that I mentioned before, it is the best. All the other tanks, they get 246 and Type 5 Heavy gets 249. Average damage per shot 560, so this is standard 128mm boomstick. The same boomstick on a Jagdtiger for example, 560 average damage but a little bit less penetration. So rate of fire 3.91, and all those stats are, by the way, stats with 100% crew members without any skills, without any equipment. Reload time, stock reload time 15.35 seconds, which is actually not too bad, but compared to the Maus that has 11.51 second reload time, it seems pretty slow, right? But Maus gets 490 average damage. Once again, Panzer VII gets 560. So turret traverse speed fairly slow, 18.77, not as fast as on E100 but a little bit faster than a Maus for example. Gun depression -7 degrees, gun elevation 17 degrees. Now -7 degrees, I believe it is only when you are not aiming exactly forward. Your hull, your frontal hull, your engine bay is going to take away some gun depression. You are going to get at maximum -7 degrees of gun depression when you're aiming from the side or from the rear of the tank. Aiming time 2.4 seconds, kind of average compared to the other vehicles, so not too bad, but accuracy guys, 0.34. So this is classic 128mm boomstick with really good accuracy. Accuracy is the best out of all those tanks that I'm comparing at the moment, but DPM 2190. is pretty bad. It is almost 500 lower than on E100. It is almost 400 lower than on Maus, and it is actually 6 damage per minute lower than a Type 5 Heavy. But survivability is where this tank shines. HP, not so much, 2500 HP. It is lower than on E100 and lower than on Maus and Type 5. Exactly the same with VK7201K. But hull armor, 240, 160, 120. Turret armor, 200, 160 and 120. And as I said before, I have bounced just crazy amount of premium shots with my hull, even with my lower plate. And as you're going to see from this clip on the background at the moment, over here I went full ham, full YOLO mode on purpose. I wanted to put that armor into test. Because looking at the enemy tank list, I saw that they have a JPZ 100, they have Grunwan, they have 183, so I wanted to test out how this armor works versus all those tanks. And yes, I'm going to be penetrated by Grunwan's heat. I was getting penetrated by TVP's first heat shot as well, but after that, as you saw, I bounced every single shot. And I'm going to bounce some more shots. As you're going to see soon. So armor is going to be super good on this tank, hull armor especially. So if you would like to penetrate this tank from the front, you have to hit the lower plate with high penetration gun, or you have to shoot the turret cheeks, or you have to get on the side, because frontally this tank is going to be beast mode. Mobility, yeah, it is not going to shine with mobility, although top speed 33 is the best top speed out of all those tanks. Reverse speed 15 is pretty standard. Specific power to weight ratio is 10, engine power 1200 horsepower, so pretty standard. And it is 120 tons heavy tank. 120 tons of pure metal. And sadly, I didn't have any stats about this vehicle when I made my top 10 heaviest tanks in World of Tanks, so maybe I have to do that episode again in the future sometimes, but this tank would be in that list for sure. But let's move on. Now, hull traverse speed is actually really good compared to all those heavy tanks. 25.03, E100 gets 23.47, Maus gets 15.65, Type 5 gets 22.95, and they have exactly the same hull traverse speed with VK7201K. Because once again, they are almost exactly the same tanks. And view range is pretty standard for this kind of heavy tank, 400 meters. So on paper, gun, firepower, nothing too crazy. It has really good gun for heavy tank, for this kind of heavy tank, but survivability is where this tank shines. It has the lowest amount of hit points, but at the same time, it has super strong hull armor. That is going to bounce maybe more shots than you're going to bounce with your Maus. If your armor is going to bounce 2 shots that Maus's armor is not going to bounce, then you're winning already. Or what do you think? So on paper, Panzer VII looks bloody strong, armor-wise at least, survivability-wise. And after, I don't know, 10 or 15 games I have played with this tank, and I can say that I have pretty nice feel about this tank already, how it works and how you have to angle this tank and so on. So let's take a look at one gameplay as well, where I was playing fairly aggressively, just to see how this tank works, and yeah, let's go. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Erlenberg with Panzer VII, our newest tier 10 heavy tank in World of Tanks. Now, as you can see on Erlenberg, we are defending, and I believe you already know me. I'm not going to defend, the best defense is attacking. This is my motto, this is my lifestyle, and I decided to go in balls deep, because I can see how many tanks we have over here. They need someone that can survive all those shots, they need someone who is going to be able to spot all those enemy tanks back there. And this is exactly what I'm going to do. I can see Badget 25T, quick stop, auto aim and fire. Sadly, someone else was able to kill him, but guys, here I bounced my first shot from amazing. 183mm gun. That 183 is actually playing with AP rounds, and I bounced it. So already 1150 damage bounced. And I'm really glad that I decided to be that aggressive, otherwise that 113 would have been really tough tank to deal with in this position, but I am able to put few nice shots into the side armor. 699, really good roll as well, from 560 average damage gun. So I'm quickly going to reposition. I tried to keep moving. I tried to make that 113th day as rough as possible. So he was able to track me, and at first I didn't know if I should repair my tracks or not, but the moment I saw that he's not going to shoot me again, even though he has a way better rate of fire than I do, so I decided to wait it out, and boom, my first kill, 1650 damage done. So I'm going to do some quick spotting. I was able to spot enemy TVP who was able to get away, and I'm looking for that 183 who actually missed his second shot, and I did hit my shot on the move while coming down the hill as well, so that was super lucky, but well, you have to be lucky to be able to be successful, right? According to the latest information, they only can have 2 tanks over there. They can have 183 and DVP. Maybe artillery is going to be somewhere over here as well, so I decided to go in even further. Balls deep, as they say, or as I like to say. DVP on the move, quick kill, 121 was able to hit me. That was pretty sad shot, and guys, yet another bounce from amazing 183. And I'm going to put one shot into him in return. I like those kind of trades. He's bouncing off from me and I'm dealing damage. So it was a low roll, but guys, damage is damage, right? And 183 has been destroyed, and I got the spotting damage as well. And I got spotting damage from that SDRV 103B as well, but here comes the balancing department. Destroying 2 of my crew members. I didn't fix my crew members right away. I wanted to see from the minimap where my teammates are, what are they going to do, because when your commander is dead, you can see that your spotting radius is complete garbage. That green ring on the minimap is my spotting range, my spotting radius. So at the moment I decided to go for the gunner fix, because without that this gun is just useless from long range, and I saw that M48 Patton and Löwe are moving towards the middle of the map. So if those guys are going to spot for me, my gunner is more viable in this battle. And that's why I decided to fix my gunner instead of commander. But first mistake over here is you should always, if you can of course, you should always carry large repair kit and large first aid kit for this kind of situation. 121, boom, beautiful shot into the tracks and some damage done as well. Without my gunner, I wouldn't have been able to do that. And I can see that enemy SDRV 103B is cruising in, balls deep. Is he going to be aggressive? Oh yes, he is going to be aggressive. So one quick shot into the lower plate, and what a low roll, 488 damage done. But guys, check this out. Tank that has 308mm of penetration, and I'm going to turn my shot over here. Don't ask me why I decided to shoot that part of the tank when I had easy chance to penetrate him, but as you can see, I am bouncing heat, I am bouncing APCR from SDRV 103B. I bounced every single heat shot. Okay, actually, first heat shot from DVP did penetrate me, but I bounced all the rest of the heat shot after that, and I bounced every single shot from SDRV 103B that has 308mm of penetration with standard APCR rounds. He was aiming at my lower plate, but under angle like he was at, he wasn't able to penetrate it. Not one penetration, and sadly AMX-30C was able to get behind me, and sadly, yes, he is going to penetrate every single shot. But before I'm going down, I was able to put one shot into him. Over here I'm trying to outturn him as fast as I can, but what can you do? AMX-30C has super powerful engine. He was able to circle me to death. I go down, but guys, 5,114 damage done, 5,310 damage blocked by armor, and some damage to my assistants as well. And I would actually like to know how much credits did I bounce over there, if I'm going to count premium shots into credits. And actually what effed me over here, of course, was artillery. Without artillery, they wouldn't been able to kill me. I would have been really dangerous tank in this kind of position. I would have been able to flank all the rest of the tanks. Yeah, but what can you do? Anyways, as we can see from the result screen, sadly we lost the battle, but top damage done and top experience. 16 shots fired, 12 hits, 10 penetrations, and 5,310 damage blocked by armor. Not too bad, and I actually made credits as well with this battle. I didn't lose credits. But without premium account I would have lost how much? 1,940 credits. Yeah, this is Panzer VII, our newest tier 10 heavy tank from Germany. It is going to be one powerful tank, power creep, if I may say so, one tough nut to crack, and it is... And now as it is on our tech tree, it makes more sense. Kpfw VII makes more sense, Kpfw VII makes more sense, this entire line makes more sense with this tank at the end. This tank plays a lot like 45 VII, so as I said before, if you like your 45 VII, you're going to enjoy this tank as well a lot. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, thumbs up button is for that. If you didn't, thumbs down button is for that. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below, or just let me know what you think about this tank. Are you happy that this tank is finally over here? And of course, stay tuned for more 9.17.1 action, because we have a lot of things to cover. Catch you next time.